Women are tired of men abusing the power that they give the men in the relationship. So now they're saying, we're going to be the dominant in the relationship. And because of that, men feel that they need to reclaim the dominance in the relationship. So it's like you got a bunch of friction going on. But one thing I know is that masculinity is not going to fight for attention.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Make sure you like the video and subscribe so you can get notifications when I drop another one. All right, y'all be safe. Let's get it.
Ain't nothing perfect in this thing called life. We've been through our ups and downs just to make.
Man, y'all got it rough. If you're trying to establish a relationship in this extreme feminist, extreme masculinity culture, it's hard not to be influenced by any of it. Women want to be pampered and call shots in a relationship. And when you go through this red pill videos on YouTube or, TikTok, man, you will lose yourself trying to obey a lot of those things that these dudes be talking about, man. On both sides, I understand. Women are tired of men abusing the power that they have given the men in the relationship. So they're saying now we're not giving you no more power. We got all the power. Right. And they have, movies and everything that support them. My wife came home the other night and she says that they have to teach toxic masculinity. She teaches middle school, high school. They have to teach toxic masculinity to the kids. And one of those things is, telling a boy to stop crying. They call that toxic masculinity. It's natural for a man, if he sees a boy crying, to tell him to stop crying, man. Would you suck up them tears? I was a coach for football for years. And some of them boys just never had contact before. So when you hit them the first time, it's like, oh, they crying. The coach should be like, boy, this grass brown and the grass need watering. I don't care about your tears. Get back in the huddle. That's just a part of it. It's a part of being a man. Because you don't want that boy to grow up in his feelings. Because the woman is going to say, you ain't nothing but a punk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how they're teaching our boys how to be boys. I don't understand how feminists is teaching boys how to be men. It's impossible. And then when you get to the extreme masculine side, I'm gonna just be honest with you, man. I don't think a lot of them dudes like women. Just like I know for a fact that a lot of those women, a lot of those feminists don't like men. Nah, I mean, they licking clicks, but they still preaching, death to masculinity. Like, we don't want to live in a masculine society, and when they don't even care for men at all. When it comes to the masculine side, when it comes to the extreme masculine side, I think some of the dudes are the same way, man, for real. Where they just don't like women. So they're giving advice to people who want to establish families. You can't take advice. If you're trying to establish a family, you don't take advice from somebody who is anti-family or at least, anti-relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you just, want to bang women, that's another thing. But if you're trying to establish, get a relationship for the long term, and y'all establish a family together, you don't take advice from that, man. Listen, masculine is not going to argue for attention. It's just not something we're going to do. There are general things that she should know about masculinity. And then there's your personal things that she will get to know. If she doesn't know just the general, you don't have to convince her, man. Stop trying to convince her. Women are fighting for dominance in a relationship because The traditional relationship is where she stayed home and she cooked and she cleaned. She don't want to do that no more. When her natural she was created to be a man's helper. But because that seems like a slave to her, now she's fighting to be dominant in a relationship. To be my helper or to be a man's helper is not degrading. There's nothing degrading about that. Because for one, she's chose you to be in her life. And she chose you because she loves you, she trusts you, and you protect her. Like, trust and protection is huge. The love will come. I think they're natural loving creatures. But if you get them to trust you and that you're going to protect them, they're going to give whatever they have naturally. They're going to help you, and they're going to want to help you and love helping you, regardless of, what this feminine culture is talking about. You are the man that she chose, but you have to become that man that she chose. Stop lying to him. To establish trust, you have to stop lying to him. Everything has to be 100. Like, keep it 100 with her from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? That's how you establish trust. We as a people, we were created for each other, but with the friction that we have and we keep fighting each other, we're getting farther away from the person that we're supposed to be with. She's not your enemy. She is not your enemy. Stop looking at her as your enemy or your competition. She's a woman. She can never be your enemy, dog. Like, you the man. You the fucking man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to argue with her and, try to establish your dominance. You already got it. It was given to you by God. And as long as we're fighting with them to prove to them that we're supposed to be the dominant in a relationship, we're actually being feminine. In my mind, we're actually being feminine because the dominance is already mine. It was given to me already by the Most High. All right, man, y'all be safe.
Ain't nothing perfect in this thing called life. We've been through our ups and downs just to make things right. Yeah, my phone be blowing up all night. You be checking through my texts to see who I write. We've been through ups and downs.